time for our baseball segment with center fielder Nick Choruby. And I thought you were about to venture into a real hosting here and bring us back from break, but you shied away last minute, man.
Yeah, I don't want to get myself in trouble. I can't be reading Texas Lottery stuff.
Right. And we got the liners here. You got to come back from break with these liners.
Yeah.
Because there's so many rules that that are hidden, you get dive into, we just leave it alone.
Yeah, you really never know with that kind of stuff.
Just don't put yourself in the situation.
Exactly.
And you're fine. So, all right, Nick, guest of choice today. I can already mention you went to the bullpen for a left-hander.
I did.
For this guest.
I did. We got the lefty bulldog out of the pen, Kaylor Chafin.
Yeah. Bulldog, is that just because of mentality, or his old high school mascot is the Bulldogs?
That's a little of both, I guess.
Yeah.
Mentality these days, he's got the bulldog mentality.
Trying.
But y'all were the Sweeney Bulldogs too, so I guess that works both ways.
Good old Sweeney.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old blue and silver, I think, huh?
Yeah.
Sweeney High School ended my high school football career. Yeah, with a blowout in the bi-district playoffs when I was a senior, and had us all crying in the locker room, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, we got something special down there.
That's the worst.
Yeah, always. We used to play Sweeney all the time. A lot of good athletics down there.
You played a little football in high school, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Best JV quarterback from there.
See, true story. Long ago, high school football in Texas, you could tie in the playoffs, and they went on whoever ventured into the red zone the most would advance in the playoffs.
Oh, really?
My junior year, we tie Sweeney 7-7 in the bi-district playoffs. We got into the red zone 3 times that night. They got into the red zone 2 times that night. Sweeney ended their year 10-0-1. 10-0 going into that game, tied that night, didn't lose a game, eliminated from the playoffs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that didn't sit well with a lot of people. So
Yeah.
now high school football has overtime.
That's not a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. So I think even after that night when we advanced, we said, well, that's a little raw deal for those guys over there.
You got to play it out.
Yeah. But good stuff last night, fellas. Olson Field at Bluebell Park, Texas A&M beats Rice 8-5. Nick, let's just get an initial thought from you on last night's contest.
We came off a rough stretch of games there, so last night was a big test for us as far as bouncing back and getting back to playing Aggie baseball, really, and I think we did a great job of that. We executed some hit and runs really well, which is a big part of our offense. Some guys are starting to get hot again, so it was great. Played great defense in the outfield. Had Kopetsky and Penny out there.
You had to take the ball from him.
I did, yeah. He hit the wall and went down to the ground. I was like, "Come on, man, get up." But no, that was a pretty sweet play by him and Penny both. So yeah, it was good to get another win in the win column.
Yeah, it certainly was. And Kaylor, when we think about the pitchers last night, throwing Corbin, Dox, and then Mitchell Kilkenny finished it up. But Dox was pretty effective.
He was good.
What did you see from him last night?
He had kind of struggled for a little bit and just went out there and competed. He did what everyone thought he could do and just pitched up to his expectations.
Is this is kind of what you thought Dox could be?
Yeah. This is what we saw throughout the fall at the very beginning of the spring, and he just had a rough couple games. Needed to bounce back, get back into it, and he did that.
And you mentioned coming into Rice, it was a tough week last week with the Texas game and the Kentucky series. And let me ask you both, and I'll go to you first, Nick. You guys play 56 games a year. Now you can also go past 60 with the postseason because you guys are going for your 12th straight trip to the NCAAs. You could play over 60 games a year and up around 70. As confident as you are you realistic enough to realize if we're going to play that many games, somewhere there's going to be a speed bump along the way?
Yeah, I think every team deals with that kind of adversity throughout the season. It's all about how you respond to that. Last year's team, we had a stretch of games where we got swept at Florida and then came back and lost a game at Rice. So we lost 4 straight, and, we bounced right back from that. It's all about overcoming that adversity. And to be honest, you kind of want to face that earlier rather than later just to get used to just facing it head on, really. It's a learning process, and, the more we can learn how to respond to those types of things. I know it's tough early on, but it's really going to be good for us in the long run, I think.
Is the same with you, Kaylor? Because, I don't mean to say players start a season saying, we're going to struggle at some point. But, I mean, it's baseball. My goodness, you're going to play so many of them. There's no way to win all 70, 60, whatever you play.
I mean, we went into the season knowing we were a young team. And so, like he said, you'd rather have these at the beginning, show the younger guys, hey, it's just baseball. Just baseball. Let's get back to what we're doing. Let's get back to playing baseball the right way, what we do best, and get right back at it. And I feel like last night was kind of like that good bounce back, like, hey, we can play baseball. We're good. We're good. We can still do this.
Nick Choruby, Kaylor Chafin joining us on this edition of Studio 12. The Aggies defeating Rice last night, and then you'll take it up to Vanderbilt this weekend. You guys are going to go to Nashville to face the Commodores in another SEC series. You're going to leave tomorrow, I'm guessing sometime in the noon hour.
Yeah.
What I find interesting about these trips is, if they say the bus leaves at noon, do you have to get on the bus by about 11:45 with this whole Aggie time thing?
Yeah, I'd say maybe even a little bit earlier than that, to be honest.
You walk on at 11:45, you're late.
Yeah,
They're
that's
letting you have
like
it.
I've done that before,
Yeah.
and the bus was packed,
oh, yeah.
and everybody was staring at me.
No, that's Aggie time. That's like if we have team breakfast at 9 a.m., everybody's done eating by 9 a.m. You don't show up at 9 a.m. So,
Yeah, I remember the trip I took a few years ago. I think they said be at the bus at 12:30. I got on the bus at 12:20. It is packed.
yeah.
Everybody's staring at me. The first person I see is Rob Childress. So I was like, am I late? He goes,
Where you been?
sure are. Yeah. And then everybody behind Rob is just giggling.
Yeah.
Like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. But a chance to get out on the road. Now, I know you guys went down to Houston, but that's I mean, you guys have been to Houston probably quite a bit in your lives. But, I mean, this is out of state. This is the plane trip. And I know you guys have taken them before, but it's really the first flight this year that you're going on to play out of state in a series. Is there always a little something to that first long road trip? I don't know, the bonding that happens away from home, because there is no more Bluebell Park and bubbles and traditions on your side. It's just you and the team.
Yeah, I mean, we get to spend a lot of time together here, but then it's even more time together away sometimes, staying in a hotel room with somebody maybe that's not your normal roommate, stuff like that, just going to eat. It's just really, it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite things to do is travel and go see other places. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it this weekend.
Like the road trips, Cam?
Yeah, love the road trips. They're a lot of fun. Just be able to, like you said, see other parks and experience new things, see what they have to offer.
Yeah, and I wonder, could we ever get a non-conference series up in maybe like Eugene or Corvallis? I mean, we're out of time.
Yeah.
Never got it in, I guess.
Yeah, no, that would have been pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah, the recruiting, the back home stuff.
Yeah.
Nick Choruby, Kaylor Chafin with us on this edition of Studio 12. And one thing we were laughing about after this weekend, we finally got our first look at the gnome that's right outside the dugout. And this is baseball to a T. You get some get the superstition, some get the levity, the humor going. Well, we're at the dugout on Sunday, and I look down, I see this gnome just busted to heck. I mean, this thing doesn't have a left arm. There's a hole in it. It's taped up, and lo and behold, this is all I guess Logan Foster's doing.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to ask Logan about that, but it's pretty.
Well, he
Actually,
keeps-
it started over the summer.
Yeah.
We kind of messed with him, saying he looks like a gnome, being shorter.
Yeah.
And so he found one. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get one for the dugout." I was like, all right. So he gets one, carried around. I think Blake Kopetsky dropped it in Houston at some point. So ever since then, it's been off the injured reserve every other day, pretty much with tape. Actually, yesterday, took it outside, tossed it to him, hit it with a bat, and we got a new one.
Yeah, I hear there
Yeah.
were some new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he orders them by the bulk, I think. I think he gets them for like.
It's a discount with the bulk order.
Yeah, exactly. He brings in like 5 at a time just in case, so it's pretty funny.
Because I looked at it Sunday, and he walked up. I asked somebody, what is this? And it wasn't Logan. But he finally walks up to me, so this is yours. And he's like, yeah. He goes, I guess they call me the garden gnome of this team. And I was like, well, this one's pretty beat up. I have a Texas A&M gnome in my office right now. And I said, well, we could switch. I'll take the beat up one. You can actually have a fresh one out here. And he's like, no. Hey, I want the beat up.
Yeah.
I guess
If the beat up one's been working, then that's what you stay with.
That's right. Now, lo and behold, it's getting replaced anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
after the
exactly.
Sunday game, it needed to be replaced.
There you go.
Just start fresh.
Yeah. Let's get a new start here.
Yeah.
But see, Logan could come on and explain this. He keeps ducking you on this show.
He does. I keep asking him, hey, what do you got going tomorrow? He's like, why? And I'm like, got the radio show tomorrow. He's like, oh, I got class, man. I can't. I'm like, okay.
It's fun. Class times are usually set. They don't rove around
Yeah,
times
so
to get you out of things.
we're gonna get it. We're gonna get him on here eventually. But
Yeah. But I did realize, I looked at my gnome before I came in here. My gnome actually has a football tucked under its arm. I don't know if it would work. I don't think we can get that in there.
Yeah.
But, well, guys, all the best this week in Nashville. Good to get back on the road in SEC play, and I get that grind just continues. You guys are into it now. I don't know, before you go, how much of a scoreboard watcher are you guys? Do you notice results from the first weekend of the SEC, or is that stuff you put to the side and you really just
as far as like other teams,
yeah? Are you just really just kind of concerned with the
to be honest, I haven't even checked once, but you know, they put it up on the game during the game sometimes, so I might look up and see a score or something like that, but no, we're more concerned with ourselves, just taking care of what we need to take care of. So.
Yeah. Kaylor, not a scoreboard watcher?
Not at all. Just worried about where we're going, what we're doing.
Yeah, because, see, I think it might surprise you guys to know then, because it certainly surprised me on the opening weekend. You had the Ole Miss Vanderbilt series, which was 2 of 3. Ole Miss won that series 2 of 3. The entire rest of the league was a sweep. I mean, Florida went to Auburn and got swept. You know, the 5th-ranked team in the country. Everything else was a sweep, and you don't see that too often. And there were certainly some surprises in there. And, I mean, I don't think anybody was expected Florida to go down to Auburn and lose all 3 games, but the Gators did. I think that just shows you this league, though, doesn't it? There's no weekend off, no matter who you play.
Oh yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head right there. I mean, there's absolutely no weekend off. Everybody's got pretty much the same talent level, to be honest, and it's all about who goes out and plays the better baseball game on that day, and that's how you win games in the SEC.
All right, we're going for 3 of them in Nashville. Guys, good luck against Vanderbilt this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.